Welcome to the very first question and answers aimed at people just starting their tattoo journey. I'm Ben Fisher. I've taught over 150,000 people across the world how to tattoo following my online tattoo course. During the last 6 years that we've been operating, we've had the same questions asked time and time again. We've used AI to go through every one of my social medias, all of my emails, all of my YouTube comments to pull out the questions that have been asked the most. What are the most common questions that people are asking that are just starting out, just getting into the tattoo industry, trying to get the questions answered, trying to learn every bit of knowledge that they can so they get to their end goal as quick as possible. That's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to answer 5 questions. We'll start with number 1. Can I use Procreate or AI to design tattoos? Yes. 100%. There is a small minority within the tattoo industry that you've got to hand draw everything. That's not an original piece. That's a copy of this. Listen, it's what the customer wants. If the customer's happy with it, that's absolutely fine. AI, it was rubbish when it first started. It's coming on in leaps and bounds. It is doing some amazing things at the minute, and it's only going to keep learning and getting better. So if you're not already looking into AI, start. Ignore what the industry says. It's not ruining jobs. It's not doing anything. It's making people's lives easier. People will agree or disagree with that. That's absolutely fine. But the fact is, it is here. It's not going. It's not disappearing. So you either make the most of it or you get left behind, because there's people out there using it to help them, to make things easier, to make things quicker. Then obviously Procreate, that is hands down, without a doubt, the platform to use, or the app to use when it comes to creating stencils, drawing designs, manipulating things. If you're doing it on an iPad with a pencil, that is the number 1 app. It is the most recognized app in the tattoo industry when it comes to drawing designs. So yeah, you can use Procreate and you can use AI. Question 2, can I go back over the line with a bigger needle? Well, this is a good question and it's not a straightforward answer. I wouldn't recommend doing that straight away if you've caused damage. This is the thing. If you've caused damage, you would leave it alone. Let it rest, let it heal. Let them go away if needs be, if it's gone too deep or you've chewed skin up a little bit, it's starting to look overly red or inflamed, leave it. Let it settle, let it fully heal. Do the touch-ups after. If it's not, if you've been tattooing correctly, yes, you can. So if you're doing a really thin line, almost like bloodline, taper lining, you're not losing the stencil, you're actually purposefully doing lines too thin. Later on, whilst you're doing the tattoo, you can then thicken them up, either by using a bigger needle or a smaller needle and then colouring it in between, depending on technique that you're using. So the simple answer is yes, you can, as long as you're not damaging the skin. Just quickly, if you found it useful and you're interested in drills, simple designs, full tutorials, a step-by-step curriculum, and been surrounded by like-minded people, check out our school community. Question 3, what are textured needles? Now, I don't see these as often as what I used to. They used to be a really popular thing. A textured needle is each individual needle, instead of it being perfectly smooth and polished, it's got little crevices in it. So it's textured, all right? Or it's got little bits stuck out. So small, but what that does is, because it increases the surface area and it's also not perfectly smooth, it traps the ink in the needle better. So what that does is it helps push that ink into the skin. So therefore, for packing or for like full saturation or anything like that, it's going to help make the job easier. There is some people that will argue the case is it irritates the skin a little bit more if it's like the spurred one rather than the crevices. I've used both. I've never noticed that. I've never noticed the skin look more inflamed or damaged in any way, but the ink 100% has definitely gone in a lot smoother. So if you're considering trying them out, just get yourself one or 2 packs of different sizes and have a little play around and see whether you agree or not. Question 4, why do my straight lines wander? What I'm assuming the question means is when you're following a line, it's going off track a little bit. Hand-eye coordination, not drilling the simple things enough. That is the only thing that's going to improve that. The other thing, and I like to do this right at the beginning of course, is when you're first starting, if you're just doing a line from A to B, without putting the needle in the skin, practice doing that line. Because sometimes, more often than not, the reason that something wanders is 2 reasons. 1, the stencil ends up smudging and it's unclear, so you've not got a perfect line to actually follow in the first place. The other thing is the hand starts becoming in an uncomfortable position but you don't want to stop. You're trying to get that last couple of centimeters, and it starts wandering off because you're at the reach of, or you're at the end of movement that makes things uncomfortable, and you just simply cannot do it. Having that little practice run beforehand is going to really help eliminate that. That's a really good bit of advice. If you're struggling with that, make sure that you start doing that. It tends to only happen to people within like the first year or two of tattooing because it's still all new to you, but that is one drill that's going to help eliminate that problem straight away. Last question, can I just practice on myself instead? I've got really strong views on this. While you're learning, you should not be tattooing yourself or anybody else. It should all be done on artificial skin that is purposefully designed for this skill. Some artists that say the first tattoo that you should do is practice on yourself so you can feel what it's like tattooing a person. Again, I totally disagree with that claim. Tattooing yourself is nothing like tattooing a person, as in another person. You can feel what you're doing. So when it starts to hurt a little bit more, you know that you're going that little bit deeper and you back away. So you also don't go as fast. Everything's slowed down because you're in pain and you're in control of that pain. When you're tattooing another person, you feel nothing. I have never, ever tattooed a human being and been in pain myself from doing it. Because you're not tattooing you, you're tattooing somebody else. And because you can't feel what they're feeling, you just do what you want. So tattooing yourself is nothing like tattooing somebody when you can't feel it. So I think it's a waste of time. And at the beginning, you shouldn't be tattooing anybody. Why would you knowingly cover yourself in things that's going to be well below what you're actually going to be capable of in 6 months or a year? It doesn't make sense to me. It's stupidity at its best, in my opinion. And any artist that's recommending and trying to give you advice saying, yeah, tattoo yourself, I'd seriously question who you're looking at as a mentor. Anybody giving that advice to me is wrong and silly, especially if you're tattooing at home. You should never be tattooing a person, yourself or anybody else while learning. But even once you think that you're at that stage, it should be in the correct setting, in the right environment with all the correct documentation and making sure everything's above board and legal. Not just at home, unexperienced, in a mucky area that's not sanitised properly and not actually set up like it should be used for tattooing. So I hope that clarifies that. Just don't do it is the short answer. Hopefully you found these questions useful. We've got a ton more. Like I say, these are the questions that we've been asked the most over the past 6 years. Thousands upon thousands of people. It took a long time to go through these. So hopefully you found value in the answers. If you're looking for a community and surround yourself by people just starting out like you, all on the same journey, check out a school community. The link is in the description. It's got the full fundamentals course where I'm going to teach you exactly what you need to know from day one, how to tattoo in the shortest time possible. There's just so many people in there with no egos. That's the number one rule. We support each other, we back each other, and we push each other to grow as fast as possible. We never pull each other down or slag anybody off, which is a first I've heard of within this industry. Thank you for support. If you enjoyed the video, share the love, make sure that you're subscribed and hit that bell button. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.